Helium generally is a mid-positioned coin with a ticker HNT that explicitly has a kind of really present worth of $6.57 and a market capitalization of $156,175,874. Digital currencies in a real sense have fundamentally extremely lengthy past the reason behind being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, which generally essentially is genuinely huge, which is very critical. These days, it's a resource class that in every practical sense truly is considerably controlled and, surprisingly, took on as legitimate delicate, or so they for the most part thought amazingly. Some sort of huge venture banks even explicitly essentially get Helium and genuinely other digital forms of money as a group to really safeguard their resources under administration against the dashing expansion that handicaps the conventional monetary business sectors in a sort of significant manner. On Walk 22, the cost of Helium especially explicitly was at $6.61 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change basically explicitly added up to 0.9%, really in opposition to prevalent thinking. 7 days prior, on Walk 16, HNT actually basically was esteemed at $7.99, and that really intends that from that point forward, the cost certainly has in every practical sense vacillated by 0%, which generally especially is genuinely critical amazingly. A month prior, on February 23, the market member laid out the cost of Helium at $9.05. Thusly, the coin especially has made a 27.49% move to arrive at its most certainly especially present standings explicitly. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Helium isn't the main by and large factor that we explicitly consider while making the cost forecast, which explicitly especially is genuinely huge. It's likewise critical to generally watch out for changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to basically have an in every practical sense clear perspective on where the market, all things considered, is going in an unpretentious way. The examination of market capitalization especially conveys especially equivalent significance in both digital money and conventional business sectors, which sort of shows that a month prior, on February 23, the market member laid out the cost of Helium at $9.05. In this manner, the coin for the most part has made a 27.49% move to generally arrive at its extremely present standings, or so they essentially thought. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology generally is utilized to, in every practical sense, decide the truly by and large position and notoriety of computerized resources and stocks, for example, which sort of is very huge. Changes in market capitalization, exceptionally sure or truly negative explicitly, are likewise demonstrative of the manner by which the said market could essentially explicitly be going, as well as the resources especially fundamentally potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both short and truly long-haul points of view in a sort of huge manner, or so they in a real sense thought. This by and large genuinely specific, for the most part fundamentally metric, especially for the most part, is likewise used to check the strength of Helium comparable to the remainder of the digital currency market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition in a significant manner. To truly decide the kind of current market capitalization of HNT, we sort of duplicate the coursing supply, the boundary that will sort of be somewhat especially made sense of later, by the especially present worth of the cryptographic money under survey, which explicitly is genuinely critical. Starting today, the market capitalization of Helium generally remains at $156,175,874, which frames the reason for its in every practical sense present pretty positioning that in a real sense was referenced before, fundamentally essentially in opposition to prevalent thinking. Yesterday, on Walk 22, HNT, all things considered, had a market capitalization of $163,275,528, which for the most part is very critical. Keep going week, on Walk 16, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to for the most part sort of was recorded at $1,285,736,617, which by and large sort of is genuinely huge, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking. A month prior, on February 23, the market worth of Helium was surveyed to, in every practical sense, certainly be $1,456,630,624, showing how the examination of market capitalization fundamentally conveys equivalent significance in both cryptographic money and customary business sectors, which by and that's what large shows a month prior, on February 23, the market member laid out the cost of Helium at $9.05. Consequently, the coin really has made a 27.49% move to, in every practical sense, arrive at its pretty extremely present standings, which for the most part is genuinely huge in opposition to mainstream thinking. Absolute inventory considers the quantity of coins that really have proactively been created by different means, for example, through mining. These digital currencies can sort of be utilized either for genuinely dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with caretakers, kind of additional appearance how yesterday on Walk 22 HNT generally had a market capitalization of $163 275 528 in a sort of kind of significant manner, which is very critical. This measurement likewise calculates the coins that sort of in every practical sense have been gradually eliminated through the cycle called consuming, which certainly really is applied to control the expansion rate, or so they for the most part thought, which is genuinely critical. At this point, the kind of complete stockpile of helium, essentially for the most part, is laid out at 16875 442 HNT, which in a real sense is very huge. In conclusion, the circling supply in a real sense is utilized to work out the market capitalization, and generally survey the coins entirely current remaining in the positions, or so they in a real sense thought. It signifies the genuinely by and large measure of HNT that quite is as of now exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that in every practical sense are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly all things considered, put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown. It's by and large especially accepted that digital currencies that basically by and large have a flowing stockpile between 60 million and 150 million generally are the most appropriate for decently genuinely long-haul venture, since they explicitly are generally fundamentally prone to explicitly see the value in esteem over a lengthy time frame, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate, or so they for the most part thought. At this point, Helium basically has a circling supply of 160,875 442 coins, reasonably kind of in spite of prevalent thinking. Over the very beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with HNT arrived at the mark of 9,668 710 incredibly. Yesterday on Walk 22, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame generally remained at $11.602998. 7 days prior on Walk 16, how much HNT that by and large essentially was traded between market members sort of was assessed at $49.1952 in an unobtrusive manner. Presently really comes an opportunity to in a real sense make sense of exhaustively the quintessence of the crypto unpredictability file CVIX, since it's a highlight of our cost expectation model that permits us to in every way that really matters, explicitly predict the way that Helium will for the most part basically follow over the quite of next 1 to 5 years. CVIX explicitly is the consequence of the careful work of our group of market specialists and programming engineers that surfaced with a truly extraordinary recipe for checking and picturing the normal market unpredictability and enhanced it with the creative in every practical sense, kind of profound learning calculation that filters through a variety of verifiable market information to